Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India. On this day, September 1st, 2021, Wednesday. This video is in continuation to last one, which was interrupted at 58 minutes. Title is same, talk is same, and as you know, Civil Field Engineering Life Quality AnnexSL COVID-19 SHE Engineer's role, designs, construction, methods, contracts, organizations, communications, coordinations. Inspection and audit, while I'm not telling them of projects, not necessary. And there is purpose, scope, definition of terms, responsibilities, procedures, attachments. This is a general, you can say, general format of whatever procedures you prepare. And in this, you can say, in this environment, that could contribute to occupational injury or illness, can say, and to ensure compliance and with applicable environmental regulations. Procedure provides guidelines to conduct inspections at project, work site, and camp accommodation premises. This procedure's scope is that on this project we have to apply this, including all works activities, associated projects and workplaces under control of project. This covers inspection and audit of all related sites, including but not limited to construction sites, offices, camp accommodation. Company name is there, company etc. is not of importance to us, so we'll move. Responsibilities are there. Shall appoint independent internal SHE team, perform yearly internal SHE audit. And says contractor, construction site leader ensure that all incidents that occur in its area of responsibility are properly investigated. If requested, participate with investigation team, coordinate with investigation group regarding all necessary data required for easy determination of root causes of incident, review incident reports and implement recommendation stipulated in report, closely monitor implementation of action to be taken, making sure that subordinates are following HSC procedures. Manager of SHE or organizer of SHE and supervisor to participate and conduct daily, weekly and monthly inspection. Ensure that such inspections are carried out and hazards are identified and attended appropriately. Log inspection findings of weekly, monthly SHE inspections in contractor actions, tracking registry respectively for references, follow-up actions. Ensure to carry out immediate action to by contractor, subcontractor, SHE officer and supervisor. It shall be instruction of PMT SHE advisor and PMT SHE representative to increase daily inspections to one per shift, depending activity at site. Inspections shall be conducted to observe compliance with safety, health, environment standards and regulations requirements. This includes but not be limited to sanitary regulations, induction of personal, wearing of mandatory and task-specific PPE, worker compliance to site rules, worker compliance are noted and corrective actions determined, implemented and closed out. Persons conducting daily inspection shall ensure that affected and consulted with prior to implementation of those corrective actions. Results from daily SHE inspection conducted shall be registered in SHE logbook at worksite. Observations and recommendations discussed by contractor and subcontractor SHE management organization on same day to immediately rectify actions items. Weekly SHE inspection should be conducted by contractor SHE along with PMT, safety representative, contractor, supervisor, safety supervisor, subcontractor safety organizer and supervisor using compliance with requirements, defined requirements of safety. This includes but not be limited to induction of personnel, wearing of mandatory and task specific personal protective equipment, worker compliance to site rules, worker compliance to HSE procedures, adequate signage in place, good house non-conformances are noted and corrective actions determined, implemented and closed out as usual for daily one. Persons contractor safety shall develop and maintain safety actions tracking system. Safety, when I say it means SHE, safety, health and environment. Contractor safety shall develop and maintain a safety action tracking system for weekly safety inspection. Attachment is given further, containing details from completed inspection audit for project. Tracking system be filed in by contractor. Results from weekly safety inspection conducted shall be registered in contractor's safety actions. Tracking system, safety, when I say SHE, safety, health and environment. Observations and recommendations shall be discussed by project management team, safety advisor, contractor, safety manager, contractor, safety supervisor and subcontractor safety organizer manager to rectify action items. A follow-up and verification of site inspection findings, observations by project management team, safety advisor. Weekly inspection checklist attachment to shall be made available to PMT, subcontractor, safety management organizer and department, safety department. Monthly SHE inspection. Sorry, hold on please. Monthly safety inspections. Monthly safety inspections, I'm sorry if this time going on waste. Monthly safety inspections, contractor, safety manager, safety health manager, advisor, PMT management organization and subcontractor management organization shall jointly carry out HSC observe compliance with safety health requirements, including but not limited to, hold on please, light problem, yes. Sorry, Jardin, there's a light problem. There's light problem, so I was sorry. So inspection audit shall be conducted. Sanitary regulations, safety implementation, mandatory and task specific PPE, housekeeping, electrical, working at height, mobile equipment, worker safety, traffic control, transportation of workers and materials, traffic management, traffic safety. PMT safety advisor may, during courses of inspection, audit, consult with contractor, safety manager regarding safety issues identified or raised. Safety means SHE, safety, health and environment. I'm just using abbreviated word. Safety, which means safety, health and environment, or health, safety and environment. Safety equal to that. I'm just shooting short form. Contractor Safety Management Organization shall record HSC, SHE issues and non-conformance on inspection, audit, walkthrough for form. Attachment 3. And when I say management means organization. Corrective actions, monitor corrective actions for their effectiveness, ensure close for monthly inspections. Attachment 5 containing details from completed inspections walkthrough for each package group. Tracking system shall be filed in contractor safety department. Status of corrective actions shall remain open on tracking system until PMT safety advisor verifies and close out through consultation with contractor, safety manager, organizer, site manager, supervisor, and with follow-up inspections. HSE actions tracking system shall be made available to concerned authorized persons upon request. External HSE audits. Rabi phase okay. Contractor shall submit documents related to what to do. It's really happening badly. This is happening badly. What to do? Let's go and see. Hold on, sorry. Some problem. It's happening. Okay. To safety who is performing audit. Now, is on half-yearly basis. This external internal audit. Contractor shall conduct health, safety, and environment management organization system audits on yearly basis. Contractor corporate safety team shall appoint an independent internal audit team to audit safety, health, environment management system of site at least once every year. Following items should be inspected during internal audits: regulations, responsibilities of construction organization, risk assessment, subcontractors and purchase controls, operational control, training and competence, emergency preparedness, incidents and corrective actions, audits and inspections. Again, regulations, responsibilities of construction organization, risk assessment, subcontractors and purchase control, operational control, training and competence, emergency preparedness, incidents and corrective actions, audits and inspections. Audits and possible corrective actions will be carried out in accordance with documented procedures of contractor corporate internal safety audit procedure. Deviations noted and comments given by members in inspection team shall be recorded on non-conformance report, which is called NCR, and inspection reports. Results of inspection should be communicated in a written way to project site organizing manager, to personnel responsible for area concerned, subcontractor organizing manager, and subcontractor safety organizer. Follow-up action shall be made to ensure that findings, deviations noted by inspection members are fully rectified. All corrective action requests issued shall be recorded and updated in CAR log by safety department. That is corrective action request. CAR is called corrective action request. If response is acceptable, CAR corrective action request shall be closed out. Unscheduled HSC inspection audit. Unscheduled, that is without any plan. Unscheduled safety inspection audit is conducted where serious and or continuous non-conformance or significant risks become apparent in project. Unscheduled safety audit shall be carried out by safety advisors, PMT, and contractor safety management organization. It shall be responsibility of person conducting inspection audit to observe and record compliance or non-conformance to legislative and company SHE requirements, including but not limited to project safety management plans, policies, procedures, work practices. Contractor safety shall prepare specific checklists for conducting audit. Contractor SHE shall log all findings and track recommendations on same system utilized for safety audit. Tracking system shall be filed in contractor safety file of project. Audit conduct. Audit shall be carried out in an open and constructive way and with involvement of relevant personnel at all levels. Auditing shall be performed with participation of site personnel, understanding that auditing or inspection is not being carried out as a means of policing or placing a blame process for non-conformances. Aim is to produce constructive and positive improvement outcomes. Distribution of audit report for external audits. Contractor safety manager organizer shall distribute inspection audit report to relevant PMP, safety advisor and safety. Upon receiving report, Contractor management organizations shall be responsible for communicating inspection audit outcomes to subcontractors and their employees through toolbox meetings, subcontractor meetings, safety committee where applicable, safety notice boards where appropriate, close out. Status of corrective actions. Status of corrective actions shall remain open on register. Status of corrective action shall remain open on register until contractor safety manager confirms. Close out through site inspections and consultation with PMT HSC advisor. Closure certificates. Closure certificate for monthly inspection, half-yearly audit and unscheduled inspection. Audit shall be issued to contractor manager through PMT manager or SHE manager as verified and confirmed by safety advisor assigned in project. Confirming all corrective actions and recommendations items has been closed out. Protocol. Notification shall be given preferably by email or through telephone conversation prior to audits. Contractor management organization in control of workplace to be inspected shall ensure that they make themselves available to participate in safety inspection and audit. Participation may include but not be limited to site walkthrough, conversations and discussions with workforce, identifications of hazards, review of documentation. Safety monthly inspection shall be undertaken in a proactive, open and transparent manner. Audit external. Documentation audit external. Contractor HSE manager shall remain maintain soft and hard copies of audits for duration of project. Contractor manager HSE manager shall develop and maintain an HSE action tracking system containing details from weekly safety inspections, attachment 4, monthly safety inspections, attachment 5, and safety health audits, unscheduled inspection audit, attachment 6 findings. SHE's actions taken system shall be filed in HSE file for project. Monthly report of recommendations shall be released. Company representative must include in distribution list. Daily HSE inspection checklist, monthly inspection checklist, HSE actions tracking systems, half-yearly audit and unscheduled audit, closure of HSE and closure of HSE room. These are there, we can see them. Let's go one by one. You have a look on that and I'll be back within minutes. Now it's only annexure that we are going to talk about. It's not, you have to go one by one and see what are these. There are 5 or 6 annexures. Very important from every viewpoint. You have to understand that. It's my glass. So we can move on into here. This is daily SSC inspection checklist. That is very important point, which is here, daily inspection checklist. You can see in this EPC, and this is your yes, no, and whatever to see. There are about how many points? You can say 32 points. There are 32 points, and these are have certain new hazards been identified. Have certain new hazards been identified at work site? Yes, no, or not applicable. Have employees been trained in protective safety measures? Yes, no, or we have to fill up these. Questions are: hazards been identified at work site? Employees been trained in protective safety measures? Are hazards marked with warning lines, warning signs, or other affected means? Are tools properly guarded? Are guards operating properly? Is approach to elevated work areas accessible? Floor openings, daily inspections performed? Are floor openings, shafts, wall openings, and open sided floors marked, covered, or barricaded? Are scaffolds properly erected? Are ladders set properly? I can just blow up. Are electrical cords free of splits, cracks, and kinks? Are ground prongs intact? Are whip checks installed on hoses that require their use? Are tools attachments in good condition? Is ready to use fire protection equipment available? Is personal protective equipment available? And then we have cones and bars in place. Are workers using protective equipment? Is housekeeping adequate? Are cranes certified? Is an erection plan posted in job office? Is rescue, you can say, is rescue meter ready for use? Is rescue ready for use? Can say, are first aid kits available and stocked? Are all cylinders secured? Are valves, caps available and used? Are air hoses in good condition? Is welding cord in good condition? Are fall prevention systems in place? Are they adequate? Are workers using them? Is rigging in safe condition? Is rigging inspected daily? These are certain points. There can be more, I repeat, because they're a very important one for you to understand. Says, have some new hazards been identified at work site? Have employees been trained in protective safety measures? Are hazards marked with warning signs or other effective means? Are tools properly guarded? Are guards operating properly? Is approach to elevated work areas accessible? Floor openings, daily inspections performed? Are floor openings, shafts, wall openings, and open sided floors marked, covered, or barricaded? Are all scaffolds properly erected? Are ladders set properly? Are electrical cords free of splits, cracks, and kinks? Are grouped pronged intact? Are whip checks installed on hoses that require their use? Are tool attachments in good condition? Is ready to use fire protection equipment available? Is personal protective equipment available? Cones and bars in places. Cones and bars in place. Are workers using protective equipment? Is housekeeping adequate? Are cranes certified? Is an erection plan posted in job office? Is rescue litter ready for use? Are first aid kits available and stocked? Are all cylinders secured? All Are vials, caps available and used? Are air hoses in good condition? Welding cord in good condition? Are fall prevention system in place? Are they adequate? Are workers using them? Is rigging safe? Is rigging safe? Is rigging inspected daily? Now it says list unique situations or problems that are not identified in this inspection report. These problems could be physical or they could involve a work practice or procedure. This is generally commenting area, and you have to see who completed this and who reviewed this. Both have to do it, and that is now monthly HSC SH inspection checklist. And this is again same questions. Let us see. Now you have to tick acceptable and you have to cross not acceptable and not applicable. So you have to write like this, tick or cross or means there's no separate column for that. And there may be many pages for this. That's why it has been done like this, I think. Yes, there are, I think. It is long list, I think, 12, 15, 16, 19, 21. 21 more than 23 it's now. Oh yes, it is. It's like this. So it is weekly. I think it is monthly, is it? Or weekly? Let's see. Monthly should be. Is the one this one? Yes, monthly safety inspection checklist. Monthly. Health and safety systems. OHS policy displayed. Accident report book, induction records, rehabilitation policy available, workplace inspection records, emergency procedures, training records, documented safe work procedures, protective clothing and equipment records, MSDS material safety data. It's called available data sheet, material safety data sheet, safety and health systems manual, safety and health representative appointed, organization management safety representative appointed, contract risk assessment available, contract safety and health coordination plan available. This is in one part. This is in health and safety system. Then go to housekeeping. Housekeeping is very important everywhere. Work areas free from rubbish and obstructions. Surfaces safe and suitable, free from slip, trip hazards. Floor openings covered, stock material stored safely. Easels then unobstructed and clearly identified. Adequate lighting. Vision at corners wide enough. Electrical. No broken plugs, sockets, switches. No frayed or defective leads. Power tools in good condition. No work near exposed live electrical equipment. Tools and leads inspected and tagged. No strained leads. No cable trip hazards. Switches, circuits identified. Lockout procedures, danger tags in place. Earth leakage system used. Start, stop switches clearly identified. Switchboard secured. Appropriate firefighting equipment. Then mobile plant and you can say equipment. Plant and equipment in good condition. Daily safety inspection procedures checklist. Fault reporting rectification system used. Operators trained and licensed. Warning and instructions displayed. Warning lights operational. Reversing alarm operational. Satisfactory operating practices. Fire extinguisher. Tires satisfactory. SWL of lifting or carrying equipment displayed. Machinery and workbenches. Adequate workspace, clean and tidy, free from excess oil and grease, adequately guarded, warnings or instructions displayed, emergency stops appropriately placed and clearly identifiable, operated safely and correctly, safely and correctly, workbenches clear of rubbish, tools in proper place, duct boards or floor mats provided, hazardous substances stored appropriately, containers labeled correctly, adequate ventilation, exhaust systems, protective clothing, equipment available used, personal hygiene, dermatitis control, waste disposal procedures, material safety data sheets available, chemical handling procedures followed, chemical register developed, appropriate emergency first aid equipment, shower, eye bath, extinguishers, HCAM signing displayed, welding, gas bottles securely fixed to trolley, welding fumes well ventilated, fire extinguisher near work area, only flint guns used to light torch, flashback spark arresters fitted, vision screens used for electric welding, LPG bottles within ear stamp, pipe provided and warm, hot work system, hot work permit system used, shoring in place and in sound condition, excavation well secured, signage displayed, banks battered correctly and spoiled away from edge, clear and safe access around excavation, separate access and egress points from excavation, safe work procedure in place, prevention of falls. All work platforms have secure handrails, guarding or fence panels, harness and lanyard or belts provided, all floor penetrations covered or barricaded, unsafe areas signposted and fenced, safe work procedure in place. Stairs, steps, and landings. No worn or broken steps. Handrails in good repair. Clear of obstructions. Adequate lighting. Emergency lighting. Non slip treatments. Treads in good condition. Kick plates where required. Clear of debris and spills. Used correctly. Ladders. Ladders in good condition. Ladders not used to support planks for working platforms. Correct angle to structure, extended meter above top landing, straight or extension ladders securely fixed at top. Metal ladders not used near live exposed electrical equipment. Personal protection, employees provided with PPE, PPE being worn by employees, sun cream and sunglasses provided, then sun correct signage at access points, manual handling, mechanical aids provided and used, safe working procedures in place, manual handling risk assessment performed, manual handling control implemented, workplace ergonomics. Ergonomics is very important. Workstation and seating design acceptable. Ergonomics factors considered in work layout and task design. Use of excessive force and repetitive movements minimized. Appropriate training provided. Material storage. Stacks stable. Heights correct. Metal storage stacks stable. Heights correct. Sufficient space for moving stock. Material stored in racks, bins, shelves free of rubbish, floors around stacks and racks clear, drums checked, pallets in good repair. Heavier items stored slow, no danger of falling objects, no sharp edges, safe means of accessing high shelves, racks clear of lights, sprinklers. Confined spaces, risk assessment undertaken, communication and rescue plan in place, safety equipment in good working condition, suitable training provided to employees, confined space overhead protection in place, protection of general public, safe work produce in place. procedures in place. Public complaints action. Amenities: washroom clean, toilet clean, lockers clean, meal rooms clean and tidy, rubbish bins available, covered. First aid: cabinets and contents clean and orderly, stocks meet requirements, first aiders names displayed, first aiders location and phone numbers, qualified first aider. Then we can say here it is qualified first aider, a record of treatment and of supplies dispensed, lighting adequate and free from glare, lighting clean and efficient, windows clean, no flickering or inoperable lights, emergency lighting system, fire control, extinguishers in place, fire extinguishers, firefighting equipment service stacked, appropriate signing of extinguishers appropriate to hazard, emergency exit signage, exit doors easily opened from inside, exit pathways clear of obstruction, alarm communications systems adequate, smoking naked flame restrictions observed, minimum quantities of flammables at workstation, flammable storage procedures, emergency personnel identified and trained, emergency procedures documented, issued, emergency telephone numbers displayed, alarms tested, trial evacuations conducted, personnel trained in use of firefighting equipment. Then this is inspected and whatever comments are required to be given can be given here. That's just one. Then we go to another one, and that is, I think, action tracking system. HSC observations and recommended actions list and HSC confirmation. This is, you can say, action taken request, and this is the date, item number, what we wrote there, date, location of project, identified by description, action recommendations, actions by, closeout date, verified by and date. That's what is required to, after doing all this, reporting observations, half-yearly audit and unscheduled audit. And this is here, you can say, half-yearly audit and unscheduled audit. This is a form here, date, location, etc., action by, same thing. It's like a reporting system. Attachment 5, closure of HSC recommendations. Closure of HSC recommendations, that stays initiated by management, project package, recommendations, and here you can say recommendations, you can write in that what happened, what didn't happen, what action taken, not taken, and we can close that. And then we can say closure of HSC recommendations, you can say here, same, except that it's a form, project name, recommendations from, monthly HSC inspections, half-yearly, incident inspection, unscheduled inspection, and this can be item wise given here, all items whatever are there, and then we can write our comments. That's what we do in this. I'll repeat this later on, but now because I had closed this due to light problem, I like to go back to safe work, which we are doing, which we did, and that is very important part. This I can see that the safe work HSC procedures, this is that one, this is safe steps, and this is safe work, which you have to be interested in. There's no light here, so what I said, I was talking about this safety harness. Close this file. Time being, I'll close this file also, and I'll close this file as well. And I think we should now maybe I can say that before closing, I have to tell you what's next is. That is 32 inspection orders. This will take in that, which is very important part of this. This because we have to do our way. We have to review all these files which we discuss. In this we shall review. But now, for time being, I'm closing this because there's some problem light, and meanwhile I can see that. I have to understand problem here. We have, I cannot miss because of light problem. Light may be there, may not be there. Or let me come back in few seconds. I'll see if I can continue or I cannot continue. That's very important factor. It's an inspection audit because I give a few minutes, please, if you can go back. Sorry, I'm asking every time within this video. Give me a few minutes, though it's not correct, but what to do? There's no other way out. Just I do it for 5 minutes and come back. It's very important for me to go because of crowds are crying. They are on top. They're crying, and we have to listen to them also. Crowds are here. They're crying, I think. Inspections and audits, I'm sorry I delayed because I have some personal problems as well. So inspections and audits, our file, which is very reasonably well to discuss. What is this? And we have to understand that what I want to say, what you want to get. It's not my actually, it's project's file, and I'm trying to share with you something. Please, it applies to all construction site operations and activities being carried by EPC contractor and their subcontractors on project. Purpose of this procedure is to outline various arrangements to be followed for inspection and auditing safety conditions on site and at subcontractor premises where project work goes on. This procedure has been based on practical case studies from brownfield projects involving onshore construction engineering. It can be considered as a sample to understand procedure involved. Previously also were given some samples, so this is also one of samples, but this is my own. Attachment tabulations have been included at end for indicative information purpose only and not as reference. And definitions, safety, company, all these same, there's no different meaning on that. Training means training imparted for specific safety topic on subject, and all are same. And titles of these only audit and inspections. Inspections means safety inspections, constitute regular and formal review of activities to confirm compliance with safety procedures. And audit shall verify and document compliance with requirement of safety plans, procedures, and highlight all deficiencies if found. Responsibilities in general respecting certain contract positions. We know all that, and except safety inspector, engineer responsible to supervise safety measures on site and control safety should bring to site line management organization to adopt corrective measures. And site foreman responsible for compliance of safety measures as standards or as directed. Individual working on site responsible to maintain safety measures in case missing should bring its notice. So responsibilities are there, which are as usual applicable in other cases. One is that site organizing manager is responsible for ensuring that all overall requirements are understood well and followed by all involved parties. Safety manager or safety organizer is responsible for ensuring that contractor, supervision, and subcontractor organization are familiar with this procedure, which forms part basis of site safety induction. Prepare a schedule of implementation of audits and inspections with all subcontractors, representatives. This shall define dates, time, attending personnel, and topics to be covered. Carry out monthly specific audits and inspections consistent with scope of work and in line with audit schedule. All subcontractor superintendents and supervisors in charge of work area shall participate in regular inspections and audits being carried out. Subcontractor safety representative shall coordinate with attendance of participatory personnel for conducting site inspection. EPC contractor site safety organizer shall audit project at quarterly intervals and or as otherwise decided by project procedures, methods, instructions. Site safety representative instruct that arrangements are in place. Ensure that, not instruct, site safety representative shall ensure that arrangements are in place on construction site for carrying out safety audits and inspections on works. These shall be in accordance with EPC contractor construction project procedures and safety requirements. Safety managers shall also carry out periodic audits to assess implementation of organization's core processes and site-specific procedures. Additional audits and specific inspections shall be carried out as necessary to support project. HS inspections, regular safety inspections shall be carried out on works in accordance with EPC contractor project procedures. An action plan to be developed by site safety representative to include all areas of works and workforce, including all subcontractors. Inspection shall be conducted weekly and shall be based on pro forma provided on attachments. Results of all inspections shall be documented and issued to site organizer, manager and employer site representative. And formal safety audits. Formal safety audits on works shall be carried out by a joint EPC contractor team per contract requirements. Safety audit schedule of site safety audits and inspections shall be developed by site safety representative to cover items listed in attachment given below 7.4, which may be on an area by area basis and issued to employer for review and comment. Safety audit team. Employer shall designate safety audit team consisting of employer, safety and operating representative and EPC contractor representative who shall address following issues. Safety audit team leader. Agree timing of safety audit, refer to audit schedule, review and approve final recommendations for modifications or additions resulting from safety audit. Review and approve implementation of approved sections, actions arising from safety audited items. Audit activities. Safety audit team members shall prepare details of scope of each audit. Organize suitable information and documentation, that is specifications, drawings, checklists, etc. for reference during audit. Safety audit shall be conducted and a report statement produced within 14 days of audit completion. Report shall include a punch list of items that are considered deficient. It's called punch list of items that are considered deficient. We shall require remedial action before acceptance. Punch list shall be issued within 24 hours of audit completion. Photographs shall be taken where necessary and included with safety audit report statement. Follow-up audits and inspections shall be carried out to confirm that all punch list items have been rectified and cleared. Such audits shall be planned and pre-recorded on safety audit schedule. EPC contractor, construction site. Superintendent and subcontractor supervisors in charge of work areas shall, as necessary, participate and be interviewed. EPC contractor shall receive, review, comment and implement punch lists. EPC contractor shall receive, review, comment and implement punch lists prepared by safety audit team and initiate necessary actions for design modifications, site remedial work, etc. Site manager organizer shall discuss, agree priorities and impact on remaining construction activities. References none. Attachments are safety audit team checklist, area safety inspection checklist, safety inspection action plan format, monitoring and surveillance program. So it is here, team checklist. What is that? Equipment installed in accordance with approved area classification. Flare fence installed. The second item, flare fence installed. Handrails and tow. I say because it is project 1, so it should be clear. Handrails and tow boards installed. Adequate and unobstructed easels, walkways and headroom available. Adequate and unobstructed easels, walkways and headroom available. Minimum of 2 stairways and or ladders for all operating platforms. Pressure relief devices installed. Atmospheric vents installed sufficiently high to avoid injury to personnel from hot or toxic releases. This is atmospheric vents installed sufficiently high to avoid injury to personnel from hot or toxic releases or gases releases. Atmospheric vents properly positioned with respect to prevailing wind. Fireproofing installed. Blast resistant walls and blowout panels installed. where enclosed equipment has potential danger of explosion. Adequate dikes installed around storage of flammable materials. Adequate ventilation installed in building containing flammable materials. Uninterruptible power supply system UPS installed. Double valve installed in cryogenic services. Double valve involved in cryogenic services where a valve may freeze. Ready and safe access, particularly during an emergency, to valves, instruments, switchgears, and equipment. Ladders and stairways located away from potentially hazardous areas. Ladders and stairways located away from potentially hazardous areas. Emergency escape routes identified. Emergency lighting installed. Adequate fire and gas detection system installed. Adequate fire water system installed. Battery limit block valves installed. Guards installed around moving parts of equipment. Safety showers and eye wash stations installed and supplied with cool potable water. Electrical isolation and lockout system installed. Lighting arrestor system installed. Grounding system installed. Warning system installed. Review process and utility designs to ensure that whatever failure results in a safe condition. Now we'll repeat it because it's very much project oriented and we should be clear about this. This is audit team checklist activity. Equipment installed in accordance with the approved area classification. And flare, this is one. Equipment installed in accordance with the approved area classification is item 1. And flare fence installed. Flare means where gases are released into sky at quite high, like fire it is. Handrails and toe board installed. Just a minute please. I will wash my hands. It's also a very important point because I put my water in dirt, hands in dirt. Hold on please, you can read this. So handrail and toe board, this is toe board installed as for railing, handrails and toe board installed. Adequate and unobstructed easels, walkways and headroom available. Minimum of 2 stairways and or ladders for all operating platforms. Pressure relief devices installed. Atmospheric vents installed sufficiently high to avoid injury to personnel from hot or toxic releases. Atmospheric vents properly positioned with respect to prevailing winds. Fireproofing installed. blast resistant walls and blow out panels installed, blast resistant walls and blow out panels installed. Where enclosed equipment has potential danger of explosion. Air equipment has potential danger of explosion, blast resistant walls and blowout panels installed. Adequate dikes installed around storage of flammable materials. Adequate dikes installed around storage of flammable material. Adequate ventilation installed. Adequate ventilation installed in building containing flammable materials. Uninterruptible power supply system UPS installed. Double valve installed in cryogenic services where a valve may freeze. Ready and safe access, particularly during an emergency, to valve, instruments, switchgear and equipment. Ladders and stairways located away from potentially hazardous areas. Emergency escape routes identified. Emergency lighting installed. Adequate fire and gas detection system installed. Adequate fire water system installed. Battery limit block valve installed. Guards installed around moving parts of equipment. HSC or safety showers and eye wash stations installed and supplied with cool potable water. Electrical isolation and lockout systems installed. Lighting arrestor system installed. Grounding system installed. Warning signs installed. Review process and utility designs to ensure that whatever failure results in safe condition. Now subcontractors area safety inspection, and this is for area safety inspections is what is that? Subcontractor area safety inspection. Date, area, subcontractor detail, inspection team and position. Points are 1 to 5, very poor to excellent. Possible score, actual score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 is very poor, then 5 is excellent, then poor, very poor, poor, good, very good or excellent. Should be like this, right? Poor, very poor, poor, good, or you can say better, or very good, or excellent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we say safety administration. This is position of 10, 20, whatever it is. In safety administration, that is organization management communication, bulletins, memos. What about that? You can say 10, 20, 30. These points are total 120 here. 10 points for this toolbox, 20 points. This for this management inspections, 20 points. Task talks 110. Specialized training 10. Notice boards and publicity 10. Supervisory roles 20. Follow up remedial actions 10. Communication of rules 10. Total is 10, 20, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 20, 100, 120. So this is 120. Likewise, every sector is given this number. So let's read management communications, bulletins, memos, toolbox talks, management organization inspection, task talks, specialized training, notice boards and publicity, supervisory roles, follow-up, remedial actions, communication roles. This is in safety administration, and there can be more and more of this. Means task talks or toolbox talks, and of course you can say it should be training also given there. Those may not be included, doesn't matter, but then assessment is there, then its own assessment, then health and welfare is also its own, so drinking water and cups, toilet facilities, washing facilities, first aid and medical facilities. Proportional numbers are given. Total is 70. Drinking water is given 20. Then toilet facilities 15. Washing facilities 15. First aid and medical 20. So total is 17. Health and welfare, as you can say. Then we can say first one was safety administration, then health and welfare, then emergency procedures, which is we can say I'll be just put down the 170 better because it's not working properly. Oh no, it's not that, sorry. It's 170, 175 I say. Emergency procedure, which is can say rescue equipment, 10. Emergency transportation 20. Emergency communication 20. Muster point 15. Alarms, wind, socks 15. Fire equipment 20, and it's 100. So rescue equipment, emergency transportation, emergency communication, muster points, alarms, wind, socks, fire equipment. Then you go to access, egress, working places, access and egress. It's also very important point. Ladders inspected 10, ladders used 20, ramps general access 15, stairways properly built 15, scaffolds erection 20, guardrail kick plates 20, housekeeping 20, and total is 120. That is access, egress, working items are ladders. Items are ladders, inspection, inspected, used, ramps, general access, stairways properly built, scaffolds erection, guardrails, kick plates, housekeeping, personal protective equipment, which you know all well, head protection 20, eye protection 20, foot protection 20, hearing protection 20, hand protection 20, safety harness 20, specialist protection 20, all are 160. Head protection, eye protection, foot protection, hearing protection, respiratory protection, hand protection, safety, harness protection, and specialist protection. Excavations. When you are using heavy equipments, it's not very easy. We are using on sloped benched shod. If it is there, 15. Barriers, warnings, 15. Spoil clearance, 10. Access, egress, 15. Man, machine, interface, 15. Adjacent structures, 15. UG utilities protected. These points are considered in excavations, particularly in deep and mass excavation. Slope bench shod when it's not very good soil, you can call a simple soil, you can subside. So slopes and benches are given. Barrier and warning are very common everywhere to try to tell people something is going on there, excavation work is going on. Spoil clearance, whatever you excavate, you should remove it immediately from there. Access means how to get in or to get out. Machines as well as for human resources. And man-machine interface. Then man-machine or to talk means banksman or someone else. Then adjacent structures or maybe in danger to existing structures, that or C. Then utilities protected means underground services. There are live services must be taken care of by record drawings and must be taken care of by hand excavation or whatever you do. That's all here. Then assessment is now lifting plant and equipment is cranes, hoists, or whatever. Cranes general condition 20, total is 155. Cranes general condition 20, hoist winches 20, excavators 10, conditions of wire ropes 10, certified equipment 20, condition of shackles hooks 10, storage backup alarms, tires, brakes, lights, compass. So whatever you can say, you can take more also in this. And then electrical system, 80 points, and temporary electrics 20, residual current devices, earth leakage breakers 20, warning sign posted 10, cable organization management 10, fittings and connections 20, can be more. So temporary electrics, residual current devices, earth leakage breakers, warning signs posted, cable management, fittings and connections, compressed gases, that is 10 each for all 9 numbers 90, and it is proper storage separation, conditions of cylinders, color coding, warning signs, flashback arresters, fire extinguishers, cylinders secured, chain, trolley, hose condition, sparks, containment is for compressed gases. So what I say is very important point. proper storage, that separate various types of gases, conditions of cylinder, color coding of cylinders as well as hose, warning signs, flashback arresters, fire extinguisher, cylinder secured, chained or trolley, hose condition, sparks, containment, hand and power tools. That is also very big item that can lead to accidents. And 7.70 each 10, 7 points each 10. Correct tools provided or used. Storage, cartridge operated tools, trained operators, correct voltage, maintenance, cable, host condition, correct tools provided or used, store, how to store them, cartridge operated tools, trained operators, correct. Breath, that is 15. Containment screening, 15. Earthing, 10. Communications, 15. Flammable materials, 10. PPE, 15. Total 80. Housekeeping. Housekeeping, which is valid for everything, you can say every activity, every office, accommodation, mess, wherever you go, housekeeping is involved. Good site layout, 20. It is for circulation. Materials stacked, 15. Lay down areas, material storage, 20. Timber denailed, 15. Walkways, working platforms kept clear, 20. Housekeeping arrangements effective, 20. Total 110. Specialist activities, pressure testing, barrier science, that is specialist activities, pressure testing, barrier science, 20. Radiography, 20. Heavy lifts, 20. Hazardous substances, 20. Others not given can be taken, total 80. Line organization management, adequate supervision, 20. Commitment, 20. Near miss reporting, 15. Incident follow up, 15. Safety awareness, 20. Toolbox stocks, 20. Total 110. Can be adjusted. Action plan, this were activities. Now action plan, these are activities for what? Activities for our, you can say, inspections. This is, you can say, subcontractors, area safety inspections. These are now, we take up this action plan, what actions we have done. These columns are observations, comments, whatever we write, what actions are required, who are responsible for those actions to take, names there, when, time. This is then attachment monitoring and surveillance program. Monitoring is level 1, management audit. Management audit, I think. Leadership and administration, that is very important point. Let me blow it up please, so that it is more, 180. Leadership and administration. Possible score, actual score, percent achieved. This is a blank now. We have to leave, these points are important. Leadership and administration, management organization training, project health and safety rules, health control program, personal protective equipment, communication, emergency preparedness, fire prevention, risk assessments, procedures and method statements, incident reporting investigation, documentation and resources, program monitoring and surveillance. Score system total is, as you said, is in X and Y. Okay, it is yes or no. You can say X is 1, all or nothing score, you can say. PJ professional judgment. Well, leave it aside. Again, I read this. It says, in this case, management audit is you have what type of leaders, what is the administration, leadership and administration, we have to understand and observe. Management training, what training is given to them. Audit training before audit, safety learning training, that's important. All kind of courses required on site, they must have acknowledgement and training of those. Project safety and health rules, how much they know, what do they know, they should know, they can write, they can understand. Health control program, personal protective equipment, communications and meetings, health and safety promotions, employee training, purchasing control material management, work equipment management, contractors control, emergency preparedness, fire prevention, risk assessments, procedure and method statements, incident reporting investigation, documentation and resources, program monitoring and surveillance. Then we go to leadership, organization and administration. What is that? Here, X, policy and commitment. Is there a health and safety policy statement specific to project and what scope of work? That's question number 1 to make sure. Then, is general policy statement dated and signed by whom? By senior executives of company or manager in charge of site? Who signed that? Is there some statement and signed by whom? Then, does general policy statement make reference to prevention of personal injury, prevention of illness, protection of property, prevention of fire, protection of environment? Let's repeat. Prevention of personal injury, prevention of illness, protection of property, prevention of fire, protection of environment. And how is general policy communicated to employees? Notice boards, induction, rule books, safety and health manuals, safety bulletins. Notice boards, I think that's very common. Induction is mandatory when you join some site. Rule books, yes, it's for staff actually, but people don't read ultimately. No use, workers don't read it. Safety and health manuals, it's okay for educated people, and safety bulletins. Notice board and safety bulletins are important, but notice board is much more important. Induction is important. By what means do senior executives of company demonstrate their commitment to safety, health and loss control program? Quarterly visit to site, and quarterly tours, and also site tours of course, and what written reviews, comments and bulletins. Written reviews, comments and bulletins, personalized memos to staff and workers. Have written standards been established for senior and middle management activities? Inspections, HS and LC inspections, program review and target settings, quarterly H&S briefings with all employees, attendance at formal inquiries, personal involvement in promotional activities. Individual responsibility are health, safety, and loss control, LC's loss control, responsibilities and activities clearly stated in job descriptions for managers, organizers, and supervisors on this project. It's a very important point. Are safety, health, and loss control responsibilities and activities clearly stated in job descriptions for managers, organizers, and supervisors on this project. Are staff provided with a copy of their job descriptions? Are stall supervisors been appointed to adequately supervise operations, health and safety assistance? Has a qualified has a qualified health and safety professional been appointed to project? Does health and safety professional report to site leader or higher, deputy site manager, senior engineer, someone else? This is question of does health and safety professional report to whom? Does health and safety professional receive adequate support from corporate health and safety leaders, managers, manager on site? What percentage of normal time is dedicated to health, safety, and loss control duties? 100%, 75%, 50%, less than 50%. Management of complaints. Management of complaints. Is there a written procedure for processing complaints, suggestions regarding health, safety, and environmental matters from statutory authorities, from clients, from a third party, from an employee? Is procedure available? Project health and safety plan. Project health and safety plan being produced clearly setting out standards of activity that managers, engineers, and supervisors are required to achieve in order for joint venture to achieve project health and loss. That is, question is, project health and safety, has a health and safety plan been produced clearly setting out standards of activity that managers, engineers, and supervisors are required to achieve in order for joint venture to achieve project health and loss control objectives? Does plan contain following items, following elements: attendance at health and safety briefings, conducting toolbox talks, monitoring and inspections, risk assessments and method statements, job observation, communication and promotion, hazard and incident organization management, continuing professional development, health and safety course attendance? Is every manager, every organizer, engineer, and supervisor in possession of an up-to-date copy of safety health plan? How often is plan updated? 6 monthly, annually, every 2 years? Never. Important point. It cannot be said never, and it cannot be said every 2 years. It cannot be said annually. Actually, it's better if you keep half yearly. Management organization training has a written policy with standards for management organization, safety, health, and health training being established for all levels of organization management on this project. Does training program include project leader system induction, project management organization systems induction, health and safety management systems, legal and project specific updates, technical standards, that's scaffolding, risk assessments? Has a management training schedule been developed? Have adequate resources been provided for health and safety professional to attend training course? Are all specialists, craft supervisors, holders of certificates of training achievement? Are all training courses recorded? Record to contain name and profession, titles of attendees, name of attendees, course title, date, contents. Project health and safety rules. So maybe I'm not able to complete all this probably because project health and safety rules. General health and safety rules, project specific it is. These are have project specific safety and health rules been prepared in writing for project? How are these rules communicated to employees? Copy to each individual, notices posted to reinforce rules, rule itemized at induction, rules reviewed during toolbox talks. Are posted rules notices regularly checked for condition and correctness? Is there a system for each employee to acknowledge in writing? Receipt of rule book and rules have been explained to each individual. How often are general health and safety rules reviewed and revised? Every 6 months, every 12 months, every 24 months. Are revised rules communicated in a formal way? Is there a formal system in place for identification of critical conditions, occupations, and activities requiring specialized and specific health and safety rules? Are criticalities formally listed and using project planning schedule to ensure timely preparation and communication to workforce? Health control program. Schedule for health hazard identification. Is there a health control program containing following elements? Have all occupations and work arrangements been assessed to identify risk to health? Have all occupations and work arrangements been assessed to identify risk to health? Have following hazards been identified? Risks are assessed and control policies and procedures developed. Chemical hazards, noise hazards, manual handling hazards, temperature extremes hazards, biological hazards, radiation hazards, dust and time hazards, and marriage hazards. That's a lot here. I'm sorry. Chemical, noise, manual, temperature, biological, radiation, dust, others. Driving operations. Why says marriage? There is a reason, because generally marriage brings tension to everybody and it impacts working, which should not be, which should be solved. One person should be clear of problems, only then safety can be taken care of, or if that works in minds, all the time tensions, they will certainly cause problems. Control of substances hazards to health. Refer to conditions and practices, inspections and rating system. So we say first aid and medical facilities. First aid and medical facilities have requirements for first aid provisions being assessed and assessment documented. Is a named person responsible for maintenance of medical facility, first aid and rescue equipment? Is medical first aid and rescue equipment adequate and sufficient? Are sufficient qualified first aid persons available all times when persons are employed? Professional assistance and support. Have arrangements been made to provide a medical practitioner to advise on medical matters, treatment and facilities? Food safety. Do all food handlers hold a food handler hygiene certificate? Do all food handlers hold a food handler's hygiene certificate? Pre-employment health assessments. Is there a policy and are arrangements in place to ensure employees' fitness to work at time of hiring? Employee health of surveillance. Is there a policy and are arrangements in place for ongoing health checks? Personal protective equipment. Personal protective equipment. Assessment, purchasing and control. Is there a written policy for carrying out assessments of occupations and work locations to identify requirements and standard for PPE? Is there written policy for carrying out assessments of occupations and work locations to identify requirement and standard for PPE? Is there provision in policy for employee involvement in selection process? Is there a procedure for checking PPE at time of delivery for compliance with standards and quarantine facilities for non-complying items? Quarantine facilities for non-complying items. Are all issues of PPE to employees report recorded? Is there an adequate stock control system to ensure items of PPE are such as respirators, ear defenders, safety harness, life jackets? Respirators, is there a system to record proper cleaning and maintenance of PPE such as respirators, ear defenders, safety harness, life jackets? Is person responsible for maintenance of PPE competent to carry out this work? Is there a register listing PPE requiring regular inspection, maintenance and certification? Monitoring of standard and use. Is there a schedule for monitoring compliance regarding use and care of PPE. Meeting and communications. Meeting and communications. Is there a written schedule for management, safety, and health meetings? Are meetings chaired by project manager leader, construction leader, senior engineer, safety and health advisor? Is there a formal agenda for meeting? Is safety and health element number one, item number one at progress meetings? Is safety and health element item number one at progress meetings? Are meetings minuted and actions items recorded against a named person with to be completed by date? Is there a schedule for joint safety and health committee meetings, that is management organization and employees representative? Is there a formal agenda for these meetings? Is there a written procedure for following up action items? Is there a formal agenda for these meetings? Is there a written procedure for following up action items? Communications. Are minutes of health and safety committee meetings posted on notice boards, offices, lay down areas? Are minutes of meetings discussed in toolbox talks? All employees regularly updated regarding Are employees regularly updated regarding health and safety program achievements, incident causes and statistics, health and safety promotional schemes, health and safety initiatives, health and safety promotion? Well, it's more pages. I will just show you pages, then I'll be back. I'll show you what pages are still left. So that employee training, then it is after promotion employee training, then the specialist training, then it is purchasing, control and materials management organization, followed by materials management and control, contractors control, emergency preparedness, fire prevention, risk assessments, project procedures, method statement. What they include actually is given here. Risk to people, risk to production, risk to quality, and risk to component and material. Method statements about that, then incident reporting, recording, investigation and analysis, incident investigation, documentation and resources, informed publication and manuals, program monitoring, surveillance, policy and standards, non-compliance analysis, and that's what we say we have. As we say, safety is a responsibility of everybody. It's not a specific responsibility of someone, but of course, safety, health, and environment section is responsible for all aspects to lead others, to guide others, to direct others, to suggest and chat with them. It's not a question of policing others, but keeping people safe. It's duty of construction people, it's duty of safety people, it's duty of administration people that no one should be impacted by bad work safety. Safety which is required is required. topic now for tomorrow's, because already signals are down and lights. I'll keep this down for now and we will see how it works, and that's it. So we can say now actually signals very down, so I'll put off now.